Why this name?
Because I'm King Rex!
There is a moment that happens before the bond is fully formed, before the habits, before the routines, before they know your smell or you know their quirks. You look at them, you hold them, and you give them a sound, a name. We think of naming as a label, a tag, a way to get their attention across a park or stop them from scratching the sofa. But psychologically, naming is an act of possession, not ownership in the legal sense, but in the emotional sense. When you name a creature, you are defining how they will exist in your world. You're deciding what role they will play in the movie of your life. Are they a Bella or are they a killer? Are they a Mochi or are they a Winston? The animal doesn't care. The sound means nothing to them until you fill it with meaning. But to you, to your subconscious, that name is a confession. It is a secret key to your personality, your attachment style, and the things you are secretly looking for in a companion. So today, we aren't just looking at what you call your pet, we're looking at why. And be warned, the answer might be more personal than you think. Let's start with the most common phenomenon of the last 20 years, the human name: Charlie, Max, Lucy, Frank. If you gave your pet a name that you could reasonably yell across a playground at a toddler, you're doing something very specific with your psychology. You aren't confusing them with people, you are engaging in social surrogacy. This is a documented psychological mechanism where a non-human agent is used to fulfill the human need for belonging. You aren't pretending they are human, you're using them to bypass the threat of humans. Psychologically, people who choose human names for their pets are often utilizing the safe haven function of attachment theory. In human-to-human relationships, a safe haven is someone you return to for comfort when threatened. But humans are complex. Humans judge. Humans betray. When you name a dog Charlie, you are stripping away the otherness of the animal just enough to allow your nervous system to accept comfort from them. But you are keeping the animal nature that ensures they won't reject you. You are creating a low-risk social bond. You don't want a peer, which requires effort and negotiation. You want unconditional positive regard, a term coined by psychologist Carl Rogers. You want a being that accepts you without the cognitive load of social performance. If this is you, you talk to your pet not because you think they understand the syntax, but because the act of vocalizing to a named entity regulates your own cortisol levels. You are using Frank as a biological biohack to lower your stress response. You name them Frank because Frank is a social entity who will never cancel plans, never judge your outfit, and never lie to you. This isn't crazy, it's emotional efficiency. You have chosen a name that allows you to derive the physiological benefits of human connection without the psychological costs of human complexity. Then there is the opposite, titles, or gods, or warriors. King, Thor, Zeus, Bear, Captain, Caesar, or the ironic versions, a chihuahua named Killer, a lazy cat named Hunter. What is happening here? Psychologists call this projection of identity. If you give your animal a name that implies power, strength, or status, you are often using the animal as an extension of your own ego. This isn't necessarily bad. It's a way of signaling to the world how you want to be perceived or how you want to feel. A man who feels vulnerable might name his pit bull Titan, not because the dog is a titan, but because the man needs to feel protected. He needs to walk down the street and feel that he has a guardian. The dog becomes a totem, a shield. But there is a softer side to this too. Sometimes we give them these names because we see the nobility in them that we fail to see in humans. We name them king because to us their loyalty is royalty. We name them Zeus because they govern our household with a power we respect. If you chose a power name, ask yourself, are you asking your pet to be strong for you? Are you asking them to carry a weight you cannot carry yourself? Or are you simply honoring the fact that in a world of chaos, they are the only thing that stands firm? Then we have the names that trigger a very different part of the brain. The foods, the objects, Mochi, peanut, bean, Oreo. These names are exploding in popularity, but not because we think the animals are cute in a helpless way. If you named your pet after a food or a soft object, you are engaging in semantic priming. This is a psychological phenomenon where the exposure to one stimulus, a word like mochi, influences a response to a subsequent stimulus. The words you associate with your pet carry emotional valence, a specific weight of feeling. Mochi is sweet, soft, and associated with a treat. Toast is warm, simple, and comforting. By attaching these high valence labels to your pet, you're engaging in associative learning. That is what you were looking for when you first held them in your arms. You weren't just picking a pet, you were picking a prescription for your own soul. So, if you looked at your pet while watching this and understood them a little better, please click like. It helps us reach more people who treat their animals as family. And if you are ready to understand not just your pet, but yourself, subscribe for more content like this. And remember, whether they are a king or a bean, to them, you are their whole world.
Oh, cool!